Free them all.
We're saying
Free 'em all,
Mumia
man. We
Abu
direct
Jamaat,
making. Used to take
Oscar
these.
Grant,
Free 'em all. And positive energy is everything to us. So again, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Justice for Tyree, you guys see it here with the Nichols family and all the others that are out here fighting for justice for all. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, hollywoodnex, in the building, bringing you guys yet another one. So, I got my hands on the lawsuit that the latest model has put out against Diddy, and I will be reading that to y'all, okay? I got the legal court documents, so we get to go off of her accounts, which is considered her facts. Okay, and we're gonna break this stuff down. Let's see what's happening because, oh, and you see, I got up on the screen Young Miami because she appears to have unfollowed Diddy. Said I so. Okay, is she having a conscious mind? I guess. Anyways, 50 Cent also sold his Diddy documentary to Netflix. Okay, so that should be coming up real soon. So we got some stuff to get into. But anyway, let's get into this here. Let me share my screen with you guys. Let's see, where's my screen share at? Right there. Boom. All right. So before I read the court documents to y'all, I'm gonna read this here article or whatever. So hopefully my audio is not my music in the background is not louder than me. If it is, please you guys let me know so that I can make the necessary adjustments. I'll turn it down just a notch, but hopefully it ain't too loud. But anyway, everybody, welcome to the channel. If you new, welcome. If you returning, welcome back. Let's get into this here commentary. So model sues Diddy, accusing him of drugging and sexually assaulting her. Okay, so a woman who says she felt a moral obligation to speak up after a series of abuse allegations against Sean Diddy Combs has filed a suit against the hip hop mogul, accusing him of drugging and sexually assaulting her more than 20 years ago. Crystal McKinney alleged in the lawsuit filed on Tuesday in Manhattan federal court that she was attacked at the rapper's New York City studio in 2003. McKinney's allegations come in the wake of a string of lawsuits from others who have accused the star of SN physical abuse, gang R, and serious illegal activity. Her suit was filed days after a video was made public of Diddy beating ex-girlfriend Cassie in a 2016 attack she detailed in a since settled a lawsuit. Representatives for Combs 54 did not immediately respond to requests for comment Tuesday. Combs uploaded an apology to social media over the weekend, calling his behavior in the video inexcusable and saying he was going through a difficult time in his life when the attack happened. He said he had sought therapy and entered rehab shortly after and was working to be a better man. He has previously denied all allegations of abuse and wrongdoing and vowed to clear his name. Well, that didn't age well. McKinnon, who was a 22-year-old model at the time of the alleged assault, met Combs at a men's fashion week event in Cipriani, downtown in Manhattan, and Combs said she was going to, Combs said she was going to make it big one day, and as a model, and promised he helped her career, she said in a suit. Combs invited her to his studio where one of his associates offered her a joint of marijuana. Hold on, y'all. A joint of marijuana and said, "You've never had weed like this before," the lawsuit states. Plaintiff later came to understand that Combs had laced the joints with a narcotic or other intoxicating substance, the lawsuit alleges. Combs allegedly pressured McKinney to smoke more and drink alcohol, though she was severely intoxicated, according to the suit. Seeing plaintiff was very intoxicated, Combs demanded plaintiff follow him and physically led plaintiff to the bathroom, the lawsuit says. Combs then forced her to perform a S act. She alleged in the suit. Attorneys for McKinney declined comment on Tuesday. McKinney in her lawsuit said she was dazed after the alleged S assault in the bathroom and passed out in Diddy's studio. She woke up in a taxi and realized she'd been S assaulted, she alleges in the suit, which also stated that she saved the clothes she was wearing that night in a plastic bag. What another coincidence to other cases, like I said, that I do compare and contrasting to. McKinney said in the lawsuit that after the alleged S assault, her modeling opportunities dried up, and she believes Combs blackballed her. McKinney became severely depressed as she began to blame herself for the assault and for sabotaging her own career, the lawsuit says. She even feared retaliations from Combs, according to the suit. The suit does not specify a dollar amount, but seeks damages for pain and suffering and punitive damages. The suit names Combs as well as Bad Boy Records, Bad Boy Entertainment, John Clothing, and Universal Music Group. Universal Music Group did not immediately respond to a request for comment. McKinnon is the seventh lawsuit filed in recent months against Combs, known for his music career and for founding Bad Boy Records, as well as TV shows like Making the Man and movie appearances. Ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura sued Combs in November and alleged R and abuse, including being punched, stumped, and kicked during their relationship. A settlement was reached the following day. The other lawsuits are pending. Combs is a subject of a federal investigation, and agents searched his properties this spring. A source familiar with the investigation told NBC News in March that 3 women and a man had been interviewed by federal officials in Manhattan in relation to allegations of S trafficking, S assault, and the solicitation and distribution of illegal narcotics and firearms. So this is some of the allegations, you guys. So federal agents searched the rapper's home in Los Angeles and Miami. 3 sources familiar with the matter told NBC News that firearms were found at his residence, but no additional details were provided. Aaron Dyer, one of Combs' attorneys, issued a statement following the searches and said that Combs was never detained, but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. He described the searches as an ambush, saying there's been a rush to judgment based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations, Dyer said. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. Okay, so that is the article based on the documents that I have. So let me go ahead and get into the readings of that. And yeah, let me see. All right, y'all. So this is all right. So plaintiff is Crystal McKinney. She's the plaintiff by and through attorneys Phillips and Associate. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up, y'all. I don't know if I can pull it up. Okay. All right. All right. So so the plaintiff is Crystal McKinney. The plaintiff by and through her attorneys, Phillip and Associates PLLC, hereby alleges an adverse of the defendant Sean Combs, aka P. Diddy, Bad Boy Entertainment LLC, DBA Bad Boy Records, Bad Boy Entertainment Holding Incorporated, collectively Bad Boy Entertainment LLC and Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings Incorporated, and referred to as defendant Bad Boy Records, Sean John Clothing LLC, and Universal Music Entertainment Group Inc., collectively referred to as defendant, alleges upon information and belief as to all other matters as follows. Nature of the actions. Plaintiff brings suit against defendant pursuant to NYC Gender Motivated Violence Act, NYC Admin Code 8901 ET-SEQ, to redress the substantial and lifetime injuries she has suffered as a result of being drugged and assaulted by Sean Combs or P. Diddy. See, oh, this one's the one right here, y'all. I'm telling you, he's in a serious situation. All right, let's see. So this court has jurisdiction over this action pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1332 insofar as there is complete diversity between the parties and the amount in controversy exceeds $75,000. Plaintiff is a citizen of the state of Georgia. Defendant Combs is a citizen of the state of California. Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings Inc. is a domestic business corporation licensed to do business in New York and is headquartered at 1440 Broadway, 3rd floor, New York, New York, 118. Bad Boy Entertainment LLC is a domestic limited liability company licensed to do business in New York. Sean John Clothing LLC is a domestic liability company licensed to do business in New York and is headquarters. Universal Music Group Inc. is foreign business corporations licensed to do business in New York, headquarters at 22200 Colorado Avenue in Santa Monica, California, 90404. Venue is proper in the Southern District of New York because a substantial part of the events giving rise to the claim, including but not limited to defendant Combs' assault of plaintiff, occurred in this district. Procedural requirements. The NYC Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act. The NYC Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, NYC Gender Motivated Violence Act, created a look-back window on March the 1st, 2023, which runs for 2 years for survivors or gender-motivated violence, allowing them to sue their abusers. And something just dawned on me because I remember when I was covering Shanquella Robinson's case, and I remember in her case, she didn't even have, well, they tried to say it was a transgender, so it was sex-based or something like that. Or, but anyway, they have a law, and I'm reading the law right now, so I don't know why this didn't come up for her, but anyway. So regardless of whom the abuse occurred, NYC administrator, the NYC Gender Motivated Violence Act revives any claims against a party who commits direct enable participants in a conspires in the commissions of a crime of violence motivated by gender, has a cause of action against such party in any court of competent jurisdiction. NYC admin, the appellate division has held that assault is an act of gender motivated violence under the law, as coerced as activities is dehumanizing and fear-inducing malice or ill will based on gender is apparent from the alleged commissions of the act itself. Animus is here where consent is absent. Brass versus Agus 180. The above described conduct of the defendant Combs include but not limited to defendant Combs' assault of plaintiff in New York City constitutes of crime of violence and a crime of violence motivated by gender against plaintiff as defined by the NYC Gender Motivated Acts, and then the parties. So P. Diddy, a.k.a. Puff Daddy or Diddy, is a Grammy Award musician, rapper, and producer. In 1992, P. Diddy founded defendants Bad Boy Records. In 2008, P. Diddy was the first rapper to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In 2022, Forbes estimated that P. Diddy is one of the wealthiest hip hop artists in America and that his net worth is over $1 billion. Upon information and belief, P. Diddy has a long history of committing physical and violence against women and men, okay, as documented in publicly available lawsuits and extensive media coverages. On November the 16th, 2023, Cassie Ventura, an artist signed onto Bad Boy Records, filed a suit in the United States District Court of the Southern District of New York, alleging that Combs provided her with copious amounts of drugs before assaulting her on November the 23rd, 2023. Joy Dickerson Neal filed suit in the Supreme Court of New York County, alleging that Combs drugged her, assaulted her, and filmed a revenge porn tape of his assault. So on November, that's why they came up in there like that, because they was looking for these things. On November 23rd, 2023, Lisa Gardner filed suit in the Supreme Court of the New York County, alleging that Combs and Aaron Hall, okay, so yeah, I can see why this is going to become a RICO, Aaron Hall assaulted her when she was a minor. See, this is not, oh, he threw. On December the 6th, 2023, and that's my opinion too, and many others, Jane Doe filed suit in the United States District Court of the Southern District of New York, alleging that when she was a minor, oh my goodness, she was G'd, okay, by a bunch of people, G'd up, R'd by Combs, Harve Pierre, and a third unnamed assailant. Who could that third individual be? Anyway, on February 26, 2024, Rodney Jones filed suit in the United States District Court. Okay, in 1992, Combs founded Bad Boys Records label, which was sold over 500 million, and where he produced records by Mary J. Blige, The Notorious B.I.G., Usher. So on February the 6th, 2003, Combs signed a distribution deal with Universal's record, now Universal's Music Group, for the defendant Bad Boy Records. From 2003 to 2005 and 2009 to present, Universal's Music Group has and continued to distribute Bad Boy Records catalog. Sean John Clothing, LLC in 1998. In 1998, Combs founded Sean John, which has retail sales of over 450 million as CEO and president of the company. Defendant Combs was representing Sean John when he attended the Men's Fashion Week dinner where he met plaintiff. At the age of 17, plaintiff won MTV's inaugural model mission on December the 5th, 1998, a television modeling competition akin to Miss America, and was awarded a modeling contract with IMG. Shortly thereafter, plaintiff's career took off. Plaintiff modeling for Tommy Hilfiger jeans campaign. Plaintiff was also featured in Macy's catalog, LA Cosmopolitan, and made Madamucilo magazines, okay? The plaintiff also made appearances in television and film programs such as MTV's Total Request, Live TRL, Fashionably Loud, True Life, and a movie with Joan Rivers. Furthermore, plaintiff had international modeling gigs in Germany and Australia. A fashion designer invites plaintiff to Men's Fashion Week to meet Combs. In 2003, when the plaintiff was 22 years old, a fashion designer, The Designer, invited the plaintiff to attend a Men's Fashion Week event held at Cipriani downtown, located at 376 West Broadway, New York, 101-2. At the time, plaintiff was engaged in modeling gigs in Miami, Florida, and flew to New York for events. The designer told the plaintiff that he would be introducing her to Combs, which could advance her modeling career. The designer began to direct plaintiff's appearance as he sought to ensure Combs found her attractive. For instance, the designer instructed plaintiff to go to Elizabeth Arden to get a root touch-up to ensure it was platinum blonde. The designer also sounded like the designer was a damn enabler or a spotter, allegedly. Anyway, the designer also scheduled a stylist to put in hair extensions for the plaintiff. I mean, really was going all the way out. Like, this sounded like they was dressing this model up for Diddy. I'm just saying. The designer then handpicked a black leather coat with a fur hood, a translucent chiffon, a beige V-cut shirt, fur linen lined handbag, and jeweled encrusted jeans for a plaintiff to wear to the event. Due to the traumatic events to occur later, plaintiffs saved the unwashed clothes. So that's basically this is how they're putting in the evidence in play. Now, I don't know if this is true or false, but I'm just saying, like, it's given, I don't know. I mean, I know what I know because of what I saw, but I'm just saying, like, this is like, it's I don't know, it's mirroring, Kel's case. I just gotta keep it real. It's mirroring that because what was her name? Jerhonda Pace, who saved the so-called shirt with the semen on it and all that. So I'm just saying this is giving, I'm having flashbacks right now, y'all. Anyway, so due to the traumatic events to occur later, plaintiff saved the unwashed clothing from the night in her closet where they remain in a plastic wrap. Because I was asking, like, who keeps stuff like that? But obviously, people are doing that, Combs makes promises of career advancements. So, soon thereafter, the plaintiff took a car to Cipriani downtown where the designer was dining with Combs and other guests. The plaintiff felt little control over the events as she was directed what to do and put on display for others in attendance. For instance, the plaintiff sat down at an empty seat next to the designer, but he insisted that she sit down directly across from Combs instead. Once seated, Combs made a very public display of coming on to plaintiff in a sexually in a sexually suggested manner, which continued throughout the dinner. For others to hear, Combs bestowed compliments on plaintiff by stating, for example, that she was beautiful and that her eyes were gorgeous. Later, and at a more intimate volume, Combs told the plaintiff was going to make it big one day as a model. Combs went on to tell the plaintiff that he had power in the industry and was going to help her advance her career. Combs provided plaintiff with his phone number as a gesture of good faith in his promises to help her. Throughout their interactions, Combs was flirtatious, bordering on leering as he leaned across the table towards her. Combs also plied plaintiff with alcohol throughout the dinner as he repeatedly refilled her glass with wine. After the meal ended, Combs told the plaintiff that he wanted to get to know her better. Combs asked the plaintiff to call him a bit later. Plaintiff felt confused but hopeful that Combs would fulfill his promises to help her career. Now, this is where the plaintiff meets Combs at his studio where he allegedly drugs and sexually assaults her, okay? Later that night, Combs requested plaintiff come see his studio located at 321 West 44th Street, New York, 10036. Plaintiff felt reassured that she would be with others at the studio rather alone in a personal residence. When the plaintiff arrived, she found that Combs and several other men seated together. She found that they were passing around a bottle of Henny and joints. After plaintiff sat down, one of Combs' associates asked her, "Do you smoke weed too?" Which she responded affirmatively. Combs' associate replied, "You've never had weed like this before?" Plaintiff later came to understand that Combs had laced, the joint with a narcotic or other intoxicating substance. Combs passed her the joint and plaintiff took a hit, which she said it felt powerful. Although the plaintiff instead that she had enough after that, Combs pressured her to imbibe more alcohol and marijuana by telling her that she was acting too uptight. Plaintiff felt as if she was floating. Seeing plaintiff was very intoxicated, Combs demanded plaintiff follow him and follow him in the bedroom. Combs forced himself on the plaintiff and began kissing her without consent. Combs then shoved her head down his crouch before commanding her to suck it. This is just giving. Ooh, they got a blueprint, y'all. They done started something. Plaintiff refused, but Combs pushed her head down onto his phallus and forced her to perform oral fellatio to him. Whew, my goodness. As she was being assaulted, plaintiff felt panicked and physically sick. Afterwards, Combs backed into the studio. Upon standing and walking, plaintiff felt more and more woozy and then lost consciousness. My goodness. Plaintiff awakened in shock to find herself in a taxi cab headed back to the designer's apartment. As her consciousness returned, plaintiff realized that she had been sexually assaulted by Combs. Plaintiff felt humiliated and traumatized and without recourse. Now, Combs' assault has caused plaintiff lifelong harm, and now we have to get into that. So following the assault, plaintiff modeling opportunities quickly began to dwindle and then evaporated entirely. Upon information and belief, Combs had plaintiff blackballed in the industry and utilized his significant influence to impede plaintiff's career growth. Plaintiff became severely depressed as she began to blame herself for the assault and for the assault led plaintiff into a tailspin of anxiety and depression. In or about 2004, the plaintiff attempted which is suicide, y'all, so never try that, and was hospitalized. Everywhere plaintiff looked, she was reminded of Combs' assault, as Combs was an incapable presence in music, television, and film. Combs was an inescapable presence in music, television, and film. In the ensuing years, plaintiff has also experienced alcohol and drug addiction as she attempts to cope with the emotional trauma of being assaulted. Plaintiff has also experienced intimacy issues as she struggles to maintain an emotional sexual relationship with men. Plaintiff was married for approximately 2006 to 2010. However, her marriage fell apart as she had a mental breakdown participated by memories of the assault. Combs assaulted her has altered the trajectory of the plaintiff's career, denying her a successful and lucrative career in the modeling and film industry to this day. Plaintiff experienced bouts of depression, anxiety, body images issues, feelings of worthlessness, and intimacy issues because of Combs' assault. Plaintiff is a woman of faith, and when she saw news coverage of the lawsuit and from Mrs. Cassie Ventura, Miss Dickerson Neal, and others, she knew she had a moral obligation to speak up. Plaintiff prayed to God before bringing this lawsuit, as she feared further violence and or retaliation from the defendant's Combs, but ultimately decided that she needed to speak her truth. Plaintiff seeks justice for herself and for any other Combs victim. And hold on. I know this must be serious. You called me that many times. The NYC Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act plaintiff repeats, reiterates, and realleges each and every allegation made in the above paragraph of this complaint as if more fully set forth herein at length. The New York City Gender Motivated Violence Act revives any claims against a party who commits, directs, enables, participates in, and conspires in the commissions of a crime of violence motivated by gender has a cause of action against such parties in any court of competent jurisdiction. NYC and men, the above described conduct of defendant Combs, including assaulting or abusing plaintiff at a music studio located in Manhattan, constitutes a crime of violence against the plaintiff and is a crime of violence motivated by gender, and as defined in New York City Administrative Code, the defendant Combs' crimes of violence were motivated by plaintiff's gender as defined in the New York City Administrative Code, as defendant committed forcibly acts upon a plaintiff that would constitute felonies under state law as the conduct. So he's done because they got this. He threw. And then there's a prayer for relief, wherefore plaintiff respectfully requests a judgment against the defendant, declaring that the defendant Combs engaged in unlawful practice prohibited by the New York City Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act in the Combs drug and assaulted plaintiff, declaring that the defendant Bad Boy Records, Sean John Clothing LLC, and Universal Music Group Incorporated engaged in unlawful practices prohibited by the New York City Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act in that they enable defendant Combs commissions of the crimes of violence motivated by gender, awarding plaintiff compensatory damages for mental and emotional injury, distress, pain, and suffering, and injury to her reputation in amount to be proven, award plaintiff damages for defendant's breaches of contract, awarding plaintiff punitive damages, or awarding plaintiff attorney fees, costs, and expenses incurred in the prosecution of the action, and award plaintiff such other and further relief as the court may deem inequitable, just, and proper to remedy defendant's unlawful practices. Dated New York, New York, May 21st, 2024, Phillips and Associates, which is the attorney that is representing this particular model victim here in the Diddy's matter. So y'all, he is through. I mean, based on this right here, and then we knowing this is already a federal investigation, and in her being a minor, this happening at his workplace, this under the umbrella of the Bad Boys Entertainment, also all the others that is affiliated to it, the LLCs and all the other entities. So yeah, y'all, he's through. But y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. I love to hear what y'all have to say about it. Y'all know y'all ain't man. Let me see. Wow, what in the world was in that joint? I mean, it sounded like something was in it, because her first hit, she was blowed back. So that just speaks a lot that, whatever was in it was real powerful. It could have, some people, I know in the past, they used to lace their joints with, and they said it could have been some type of substance or some type of drug. They used to call it like a sweet one or chewy. I don't know what they call it in your city, state, or wherever y'all may be from. But here in Cali, they would put like cocaine. They would mix cocaine in the marijuana, and then they would smoke that, and they would call that like a sweet one or something. And so I don't know. It could have been that, could have been ecstasy, could have been anything. Ain't no telling what Diddy got going on. But it seems like more is definitely starting to unravel itself. More is starting to unveil. But like I was telling you guys earlier, hold on, let me see if I can take this off the screen. Okay, let me take that down. So, and let me see if I can share my screen with y'all. Hold on, let me move this. Okay, let me share my screen. All right. So, like I was telling y'all, Young Miami appears to unfollow Diddy, y'all, after the video of Cassie saw an apology came out. You know, and somebody put in there, Carisha, please, like, no, for real. Because, you know, she was talking all that talk, and it's like, you know, this is really real. And I mean, I can't imagine him not putting every woman that he has dealt with up until Cassie, since he claims it stopped there. But you still have Young Miami in his life, and then you know all the stuff that people is pulling up on her. They showing the receipts when she was on social media, you know, and she said she was just talking out. She was just talking smack, like condoning his behavior, saying, you know, I have Diddy, you know, you a eater, you know what I'm saying, and all I gotta do is whoop whoop whoop, and I can have Diddy, you know, have you on your knees, you know what I'm saying. So she was already acknowledging, she has knowledge that Diddy does this. So Young Miami already admitted that Diddy make people get down, you know what I'm saying, on their knees. So it's no surprise to her. But now she's unfollowing him, so people, you know, is watching this, and you know, but let's see, let me see. She still has yet to like come out and say something, because I would like to hear what she would say now that she has this. But I don't feel she needed this, to be honest, because like I said, she already spoke in a way where she knew that what he does and what he is about, you know. But like I was telling y'all, also moving forward, so 50 Cent, he sold the docu-series that he was calling Diddy Do It, okay, to Netflix after there was a bidding war, okay. So, but he was like, if more victims keep coming, he gonna need more episodes. So, you know, he got something brewed up, and that was, you know, a power move on 50 Cent, because you know they just rivals for a long time, and then it seems like two, because his baby mama, you know, Daphne is alleged one of Diddy's girls or workers. Okay, so I mean that's a lot of reasons, you know, to be mad, especially when somebody that I can only understand what he going through. But anyway, 50 is a mess. So he's selling stuff. He making documentaries. He gonna keep them episodes coming. He gonna keep us entertained. He gonna have us keep coming back to talk about this, because until an arrest happens. But right now, there's no arrest, and we still have to acknowledge that he is not been arrested or charged at this hour for anything as of yet. So he's still considered innocent until proven guilty. At least get him arrested. I mean, can we just get an arrest? Like, want to see these trafficking charges and which ones they got to stick, you know, because once they come with it, they got it. Let's see, allegedly. TMZ used this fat boy picture of me because their doc went to Tubi. LOL. It's okay, guys. We're all making great television. Mine just happened to be the best. Netflix wins the bidding war, but if more victims keep coming out, I'm gonna need more episodes. Okay, 50. Let's see. TMZ put up a 2024 picture. Baby, let's work. Laugh out loud. 50 Cent Diddy docu. Oh, after the docuseries, obviously they used Kel's case to make, you know, if they could get away with it with him, then it was like it's fit to happen often. Now, I'm not saying Diddy innocent, because it's very clear he's troubled, and the man has it on tape what he's done, and allegedly there's other tapes out there, and then you have these victims that are coming forth with saying that no, we're on tape as well, and then the feds in their, and let me see if I can pull that up for y'all too. Let me see. I wanted to share with y'all his charges, like what he's facing. see if I still have that up. He got some serious charges he's facing. Yeah, Francisco, you're right. You already know. After the docuseries, then that's it. But see, they did it. They had, like I said yesterday, they had to do it a little different for Diddy. They couldn't manhandle Diddy the way they wanted to manhandle Diddy because Diddy has money to fight back. So that's the difference, okay? Kells didn't have money to fight back. He had to accept it is what it was, you know? Like I said, um, he was arrested. So they did the documentary first, arrested him, and then investigated. But see, for Diddy's case, they're investigating. Looks like the documentary is going to come out, and then comes the arrest for him. So they did it in a little different order, but it's still, what it is. Okay, let me see. And if y'all didn't get a chance to watch the downfall of Diddy, check it out. It's on Tubi. It's free. All you gotta do is go over there, check it out, because it's free. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I want to see the charges. Let's do it like this, and I'm gonna share my screen. Ooh. All right, it looks like I found what I was looking for. All right, where's my screen share? Okay, boom. Okay, let's see. All right. All right, where is my screen share? Oh, it's already up there. Okay, boom. All right. So Diddy Combs, a rapper and music mogul credited with helping launch the careers of some of the biggest stars in recent years, is now facing multiple civil lawsuits accusing him of. Okay, so these are what be the charges: S trafficking, X abuse, and R. Okay, so them three is basically he. How old is Diddy? 50, 50 something, 54. What are the allegations made against him? Look how he look right here. Look at he was definitely dark, and I still feel he dark. Okay, he look even more darker coming out with that apology. Let's see when did this article come out. Why is it? All right, let's see. Oh, the Gail King interview gotta be soon. You think he gonna go on Gail King? You think he gonna go on Gail King? I don't think he's going on Gail King. I don't think he's going on Gail King. I don't think so. Okay, let's see. Oops. Oh, this is when they came to his house, huh? They wasn't playing. Ooh, poor Diddy. Keep men got to keep their hands to themselves, and women do not be trying to be putting your hands on these men. Don't do it. I think men are stronger than women, but our mouths are slicker than men's. And it be the mouth though. They be, ooh, I don't care what they say. Don't put your hand on no woman. And women don't put your hand on no man. Okay, let me take this off my screen for a second. Let's see. Mm, Another woman. It's over for him. Crystal has come out. He got all these people. I want to see what he's gonna do. Like, is he gonna settle these cases? I'm really curious to know, like when is these charges? Let's see. All right. I don't see anything else really, y'all, except for um. Let me go check out. Cause that was really it. Young Miami so called unfollow him. 50 Cent sold the docu series to Netflix, and the model came out and filed a lawsuit against Diddy. And then I'm gonna go check out the neighborhood, see if anything happening over there. Check out the neighborhood. Just that Young Miami has unfollowed Diddy on Instagram. Trouble in Paradise, y'all. She was a willing hoax. She was a willing hoax. So I don't understand why the willing hoax is mad now. It's too late to separate yourself. You was going too hard in the paint. And I don't get why now. Like, what's happening now? I'm hearing that the feds came to talk to Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, and that was a cause and effect of her and Ben. But I already kind of figured that out. So, but let me see. That's really it. What's this? Diddy sued by the model who claims S assault after drugging. Okay, here she goes right here. What is this? Cassie's friend and former makeup artist recalls Cassie emerging from a room with Diddy at the Beverly Hills Hotel with a knot and bad bruises. Says she had to call a doctor to treat her at her home where she kept her for days. So, I mean, you got, like I said, this is Diddy. They gonna drain him. They gonna drain his pockets. They going for his pockets right now. So he already settled one. Now he ain't selling it no more. But the one he settled, I don't know. It was too quick of a settlement. He did it way. It looked like it was quick to us. Let me correct myself. It looked quick to us because we're getting the tail end of it when they probably was for months, weeks and maybe even years going behind the scene on it, and then he never wanted to settle it. But the moment she publicly went with it, he hurried up to try to silence it, but it was too late because you should have did it private before it went public. So that's how he lost out on that one. But yeah, Diddy is done. All right, y'all. I don't really see nothing else. Wait. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't forget the baby mama. She came out and basically she's acknowledging indirectly there's some trauma happened with her. She's not saying it so much with him. She's saying that it triggered her. her own trauma. So she has trauma too. And we are believing that her trauma is stemmed from talking about Diddy. So, when it comes to Misa, I'm thinking she's talking about Diddy because what other man has she dealt with? But, you know, she said it's trauma that was triggered, but yeah, people are going to suspect that or speculate that she's talking about Diddy, but then she could be talking about another person that she got. I don't know. But anyway, Misa Hilton speaks out amid the video of Diddy abusing Cassie. I know exactly how she feels. It has triggered my own trauma. Their father needs help. Okay, so she definitely acknowledged that it was Diddy. Okay, she said their father needs help. Okay, so but Misa, you was going so hard for him. You knew he needed help before you saw that video. So if it triggered you, why were you so silent before the trigger? Why didn't it trigger you just when she came out with her whole statement, her suit? Why didn't it trigger you then? And then you was trying to be like down for Diddy and defending Diddy, and now you want to come out and say seeing the video triggered it. It didn't trigger you just hearing what she went through, knowing that you possibly went through the same thing and others. So it's like I said, people, I don't know like I said, they have to tear down his entire empire. They need to get his entire support system away from him before they come in for the takedown. Okay, for the take that. Okay, so in order for the take that to happen, honestly, they're gonna have to isolate him. They need anybody who looks like they is willing and capable of taking up for him and defending him in any way. They're gonna come for them. I don't see one support system out here for him. Are there any channels? I was asking y'all this question yesterday. If y'all have any knowledge of any channels that's defending Diddy, lead me there so I can hear how they defending him and what could they possibly say and what are they saying about this tape that has now been leaked and seen all over the world. How do you defend a person even after that? If not before that tape, now that you've seen the tape, how is you defending this person that's not even he's a monster. He's a monster. Like this is like what people's nightmares. These are the people we tell our children, watch out for the boogeyman. And these women live with this boogeyman. It's just sad. Let me see what some of the comments saying. Stop reposting the video. A simple screenshot of the headlines works fine as a reference. She showed him love for shouting him out on Mother's Day, though. So which one is it, sister girl? Exactly. You 1 minute he's shouting you out. You want that attention. You thought you could step back up and be the next top model in line to be at the head of Diddy. But at the same time, why when your triggers are triggered because you saw a video and it wasn't triggered by the accusations that you known to have been true because you experienced some of these traumas. This lady Misa is a fraud. Somebody said, why is Stevie J so quiet now? That's a very good question. I'm still waiting on Mace to come out and say something. I would love to hear if Biggie Small's mama come out and say something about her thoughts of this monster, and others who had the, allegations that he's done some things to their loved ones or possibly has something to do with their loved ones. Tupac included. Remember, she threatened Diddy a few months back to expose him because he made their son take that charge for him. Come on, Misa, spill all the tea. Woo child. Like, okay, if she got the tea, we want to hear it though. I ain't denying the tea. Okay, spill it all over the flow. Okay, you better get to it before the bullet get to the punch, baby, because you saw how the bullet got to the punch before Diddy was able to get out here and do the right thing. Okay, he didn't do the right thing. So anyway, Misa, if you got some tea, you might as well put it out there. Okay, put it on the floor again, me. Let me see. He literally used to beat her as well. The main difference is that she has a child with him and can't keep Justin away from his father. He's grown. That's why I be confused when people say having children is easier than getting married because being a parent lasts forever. He can get help in prison. They have therapists for them there. And I'm getting the shirt made, and I'm gonna wear it for y'all. I'm not even gonna tell y'all what it is because I don't want nobody trying to go get it before me. But I'm getting the shirt made, and we're gonna have to promote this shirt when I get it. I'm gonna try to get it done tomorrow so I can go live. Let me see. I've been waiting for Miss Misa to speak again. Us older people have been trying to tell people about Diddy for years. I'm in my 50s, and since I was 19, I've told people about the male assault victim of his that this person met. Somebody in the chat said that they know somebody that he accused of allegedly whoop-de-whoop. They should all get together and jump him. Oh, that's the same thing that Peter said. If y'all got a chance to see Peter's comments, Peter was saying the same thing. You real quiet. Yeah, Stevie J is extremely quiet, you guys. Extremely quiet. I can almost bet he can't defend Diddy no past that video. I don't think nobody should be able to defend Diddy past that video. What else do you need to see to say I'm not defending him? That's it. That's checkmate right there. That's how you checkmate a person. Which way can Diddy move? He couldn't move no way but to come out and apologize. That was it. There was no other way. And even that way wasn't right because we saw how that looked. Okay? So, and it's a lot of people who are abusers that's speaking up in defense for the women, but then they getting called out by they ladies. So it's like there's a lot of people that really can't say nothing because they probably too abusing women. So there's a lot of men that ain't saying too much of nothing. Okay, most men can't speak because they know they didn't put their hands on a woman. And theirs just didn't go public. Scrappy, somebody had him feeling like he was about to lose his whole career. If y'all saw that video, that was funny. I was like, oh my God, Scrappy was walking on eggs and shells. Eggshells. I was like, dude, keep calm, my brother. We see you an excellent daddy. All right, y'all. I think that's about it for tonight. I mean, if y'all want to get a little laughed on, I'll share this video with y'all of Desi. Some people thought it was too soon, but I thought it was right on time. We need a little laughter right now.
You know, it's so difficult to reflect the darkest times of your life, but sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I felt the bottom of the bottom. You know, I hit. Nigga, I didn't hit rock bottom. Nigga, I'm still rich.
You got to say this. You got to say this.
But, I had to go into rehab. And I don't do drugs. Nigga, I had to go into rehab. I was committed to be a better man, each and every day, I'm not asking for forgiveness, but, I'm truly sorry. Bro, man, fuck off.
All right, so anyway, he definitely was clearly showing that Diddy's apology was full of crap, and nobody's laughing at we all are laughing at Diddy. So no, it's right on time. Actually, I definitely think that this was an on-time video as well. He's basically saying Diddy apology was a whole joke, which it was, and we the people can see that with our differences of opinions. I think that's one that we can all agree on. That was a BS apology. Let me see. Because all right. So anyway, that is my time. I do appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me tonight on this little live, giving y'all a quick update and reading to you guys the latest court document that was filed against Diddy. Also just updating you guys that Young Miami has unfollowed Diddy. Again, I don't know why now when she had been so supportive to him. And even as she was trying to distance herself, she still was supportive of him and was recently seen with him. And I think she even quoted herself as being the 2024 Ike and Tina. Okay? So I'm just saying, like, she was a willing participant, but maybe somebody is in her ear and telling her that she can cash in on something. I don't know. Okay, there's so many surprises happening. We just gotta wait and see what happens. But also another update throughout this live too was 50 Cent. Okay, he has a docu-series that he put together, and he think that it's gonna keep adding more episodes to the docu-series because Diddy may have more people keep coming out with lawsuits. Okay, so we still have to wait to see how these lawsuits affect Diddy in the end. Will this turn criminal? We know there's an investigation open right now with the feds. We know that they're looking into Diddy. We know they're crossing their T's, they're dotting their I's, and they're taking their time. Okay, this is not something that we can expect to happen overnight, but we can definitely expect. I would say before this year is out. I would hope it happens sooner, but I know they're going through this with a fine tooth comb, and also just because of the mountains of evidence and information that they have collected amongst two raids, okay, that was happening simultaneously, one in California and one in Miami. So they got to go through all that. They got to put two and two together. They got to put the pieces to the puzzle together. So, you know, when you put in a multi-billion dollar, or and I ain't gonna say multi, when you put in $1 billion piece puzzle together, it's gonna take a little bit of time. Okay, so let's just be patient. Let's continue to see all that they release and leak and unravel as the days to come. This is Tuesday of this week. We still got 3 more days, y'all, to see how if there's gonna be an arrest at the end of this coming week. You know, a lot of people say it's imminent, it's about to happen. So they expected it to happen last Friday. It didn't happen, but what they did do is leak the video. But what it did to me and for me was let me know that they have more. I'm just wondering, the more that they have, is it enough to secure a federal prosecution and a federal conviction? We just have to wait and see. Anyway, that's my time. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. If you did not hit that like button on your way in, please hit that like button on your way out. And I will see you guys on the next one. And leave a comment down below in the comment section. We can continue this conversation past this live. I will see you guys soon. Piecez.